The Galactic Council chamber was filled with voices, data streams, and cold laughter. Across the main screen floated Earth's transmission logs, silent, empty, unreadable, still nothing. Asked Admiral Zorak of the Krovan Empire, tapping his claw on the table. No reply in years, replied the Zelari technician. Not even a distress signal. Another council member, a blue-scaled Marnak, smirked. They're scared, their silence is surrender. More laughter followed. They are weak, someone said, too afraid to even speak. But far across the stars, deep beneath Earth's surface, silence had a different meaning. General Elias Monroe stood inside Earth's Strategic Command Center. Walls pulsed with quiet blue light. Screens showed hundreds of star systems, alien ship movements, and hidden satellites placed far beyond human space. A voice asked him, "Should we respond to their scans, sir?" Elias didn't move. He watched. The data scroll by alien fleets growing bolder, drawing closer. He said only one word. That one word echoed through the chamber. Outside Earth's orbit, invisible satellites hummed to life. Defense platforms turned, quietly locking onto targets. In the shadows of Earth's moon, something ancient and powerful awoke back in the Galactic Council. The leaders continued mocking the humans. Something thinking, watching, and planning, and now. It was almost ready. The aliens believed humans were silent because they were afraid. But soon, they would learn the truth. Silence is the last thing you hear before the storm. The Drakkar scout ship drifted through the edge of human space. Its sharp black hull reflected the light of distant stars as it moved slowly. Scanning for signs of life. Inside, the Drakkar commander clicked his mandibles. "Send the warning," he hissed. "Let them know we are watching." A deep voice filled the cold airwaves. "This is Commander Richtel of the Drakkar Empire. Surrender your space, or we will take it." No response. They waited. 1 hour passed, then 2, still nothing. "They hide," said Richtel, "just like prey." But Earth was not hiding far beneath the surface of Mars. A hidden human station tracked the Drakkar ship in silence. Every signal was recorded. Every word was analyzed. Earth's silence was not from fear, it was strategy. Asked a young officer. "No," came the reply. "Let them get closer." Suddenly, the Drakkar ship's lights flickered, systems failing. Someone screamed. Then the screens went black. In just 3 seconds, the scout vanished from the Drakkar network. No explosion, no distress signal, just gone. Back on the Council world, rumors began to spread. A ship went missing near Earth's edge. No distress call, nothing. The Council dismissed it. A system error, they said. Nothing to fear. But the truth was simple. Earth had noticed, Earth had decided, and Earth had removed a threat quietly. The galaxy still believed that silence meant surrender. But in that silence, something deadly had moved, and the next time they crossed into human space, it wouldn't just be one ship that disappeared. 3 warships from the Zareth Dominion moved toward Earth at full speed. Their jagged hulls glowed red with energy. Weapons were hot. Confidence was high. "We will take their planet in hours," said Commander Varish, staring at the blue-green world on the main screen. "Send the final demand." A loud, threatening message was broadcast across space. "Kneel or be destroyed." Earth said nothing. No reply, no panic, no threat. Commander Varish laughed. "They still hide, pathetic, but above Earth, hidden." In the blackness of space, 12 human warships floated silently, covered in advanced stealth tech. They watched and waited. Inside one of those ships, Captain Sarah Reeves stared at her screen. "They've crossed the line," she said. The room fell silent. "Engage." The trap snapped shut. The first Zareth warship vanished in a blink. One clean shot tore through its center. The second began to turn, but it was too late. A barrage of invisible missiles struck, breaking the ship into burning pieces. The third warship tried to escape. It didn't make it far. Back on Zareth Prime, the High Council received a single report. Fleet lost. No survivors. No enemy signatures. They didn't understand. How could ships disappear without a trace? How could Earth strike without being seen? The answer was terrifyingly simple. Humans had never stopped watching. They had never stopped preparing. They had only been waiting the right moment. The galaxy thought Earth was quiet. because it was afraid. But silence was Earth's sharpest weapon. And now, the trap had only just begun to close. The Varnock research ship, Silent Reach, floated near the border of human space. Its crew had one mission: intercept Earth's strange signals and decode them for years. Humans had remained silent until now, the commander asked. Strange, just one file, encrypted, no known code. The message was small, silent, and cold. Still, they downloaded it. Within seconds, screens across the ship began to flicker. Lights dimmed, the temperature dropped. One by one, systems failed. Shut it down, someone yelled. Too late. The door sealed. The oxygen dropped. And then, the screaming started by the time a Varnock rescue ship arrived 3 days later. Silent Reach was floating dead in space. No life signs, no damage to the hull. Just the words burned into the control screen. We hear everything. News of the event reached the Galactic Council. Some dismissed it. Glitch, said one. Human trickery, said another. But deep inside the council chambers, the fear grew. Earth had finally spoken. And what it said was not a reply. It was a warning. Back on Earth, a group of scientists monitored the reaction. That was just a whisper, one of them said. Imagine what happens when we raise our voice. The galaxy had begged for a sign of life from Earth. Now it had one. Instead of comfort, it brought silence. And silence meant only one thing: humanity was watching. And humanity had started to move. The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with noise as the human prisoner was brought in. Chains wrapped around his arms. Guards flanked him, blasters ready. His face was calm. To calm, Counselor Drex of the Krull Empire sneered. Speak, human. Tell us your plans. The human said nothing. Another counselor slammed his fist. What are you hiding? Say something. Still silence. The alien leaders laughed. He's broken. Just a scared animal. But the human only stared. Not with fear. Not with hate. With patience. Counselor Drex stepped closer. What is Earth planning? The human slowly looked at him and whispered, You already made your mistake. Then, every light in the chamber flickered. A second later, every security system failed. Screens went dark. The guards' weapons powered off. Panic broke out. Locked down the room. Who gave them access? But no commands worked. Then a message appeared on every screen written in Earth's language. You feared our silence. You should have feared our timing. The guards turned to the human, terrified. He was still standing, still silent. Across the galaxy, military outposts belonging to the Council began to fall. No invasions, no warnings, just silence. And then nothing. The Council had captured a man, but they didn't realize Earth had sent him on purpose, not to speak, but to watch, to wait. And now the signal had been given. The galaxy had mocked humanity's silence for too long. Now that silence was over. And what followed would be unforgettable. Across the stars, strange signals began to appear. No pattern, no origin. Just one word, repeated again and again on different frequencies. Observe. At first, the Galactic Council thought it was a joke, pirate noise, signal decay, a prank, but the signals kept spreading to every empire, every outpost, every warship. The word stayed the same, always clear, always cold. Observe. Then the disappearances began. A Zarn patrol went silent after hearing the message. A mining colony vanished within hours of detecting the signal. And on the planet Velthar Prime, a full city lost power after receiving the word just once. Panic spread. Who's sending this? Is it a weapon? Is it the humans? Counselor Terak stared at the reports, his claws trembling. They're not responding to our messages, not even our threats. They don't need to, someone whispered. In a dark room beneath Earth's surface, a quiet operator watched star maps light up. Every alien response, every frightened signal, every panic report. She turned to her screen and typed one word, confirmed. Beside her, a general nodded. Let them fear the quiet, it means we're close. Back in the Council, alarms blared as more signals poured in now with a new line beneath the old word. We're already here. The galaxy froze. The humans hadn't attacked, they hadn't even spoken, but their whispers were everywhere. And the aliens realized too late the silence wasn't empty. It was full of eyes, full of plans, full of humanity, and now The silence had started to whisper back. Panic was spreading like wildfire, from the cold moons of the Zelkar Republic to the crystal towers of the Athari Empire. Every major power was preparing for war, not because of an attack, but because of silence. Earth still hadn't spoken. No threats, no demands, just the same cold, empty stillness. Council meetings turned into chaos. We must act before they do. We can't fight an enemy we can't even detect. Why are they so quiet? Some races began evacuating border worlds. Others started building fleets at record speed. But no one had actually seen a single human ship. Not one. Still, the fear grew. They're planning something, hissed a Sordok admiral. I can feel it. Then, a frightened soldier from a minor system ran into the council chamber. Permission to report, he gasped. We fired. By mistake. Silence. What did you fire at? Someone asked. A shadow. We thought it was a human probe, and the soldiers swallowed hard. The planet is gone, gasps. Echoed across the chamber. What do you mean gone? Demanded a voice. No readings, no debris, no life. It's just missing. No one spoke. For the first time in centuries, the entire council sat in total, terrified silence. Because now they knew humanity didn't need to speak. Humanity didn't need to be seen. They only needed to watch. And when the time came, act, and so the galaxy held its breath, waiting for a voice that would never come. Because when humans stay quiet, it's not peace. It's the sound of war loading in the shadows. A ripple of calm passed through Earth's command center. The alien fleets were in position. Over 300 warships from the unified Galactic Alliance floated at the edge of human territory. Weapons charged, engines humming. Still, Earth said nothing. No diplomats, no warnings, no fear. On the Council's main warship, Supreme Commander Zevin stood tall. Begin countdown, he ordered. Earth will fall by nightfall. The timer started. Then, exactly 60 seconds before the planned invasion, a voice came through. Every screen across the galaxy, clear, calm/human. You shouldn't have pushed us. That was it. Just one sentence. Then the stars began to blink out. Fleet after fleet vanished. No explosions, no distress calls, just ships, erased from existence. In less than 7 minutes, 15 fleets were gone. Gone without a trace. The galaxy scrambled for answers. Commanders screamed, planets braced for impact. But there was no enemy to see back on Earth. General Elias Monroe closed his screen. All targets neutralized, said a voice beside him. He nodded. We warned them. Far away, council members stared at the black screens. This wasn't an attack, one whispered. It was a message. Humanity didn't fire first. They fired last. After watching, after preparing, after being mocked. For too long, the first strike didn't come with noise. It came with precision, and now the galaxy understood what Earth's silence really meant. It wasn't hesitation, it was timing. And that time had just run out. Across the galaxy, systems began shutting themselves down. Entire planets darkened their skies. Military bases powered off their weapons. Ships turned away from human space, refusing to patrol even near its edges. But Earth had never threatened them. No fleet had been seen. No invasion had begun. Only silence. And that silence was now feared more than any weapon on the desert world of Valkyris. Soldiers buried their ships under the sand. On the moons of Hyra, leaders sent peace offers to Earth offers that were never answered. Because Earth didn't need to reply. Their message had already been delivered. Through silence, through shadows, through the quiet vanishing of those who got too close. In one remote outpost, an alien soldier whispered, I heard a human was seen nearby. His commander froze. Where? The soldier shrugged. No one knows. But now the outpost on Gornix 4 is gone. The commander said nothing more. He simply locked the gates and sent orders. No contact with Earth, no ships within range, no signal sent. But it wouldn't help. Human ships were already moving Cian only when they wanted to be. They didn't broadcast. Their presence they didn't boast. They just arrived and took what they came for, and then left behind silence. The Galactic Council held an emergency meeting, but this time there were no loud voices, no laughter, no talk of human weakness, just fear, because now every species in the galaxy understood something chilling. If you hear nothing, you're already too late. And Earth. Earth was the master of saying nothing until it was time to end everything. The war was over. But no official battles had been fought, no declarations made, no peace treaty signed, just silence. And the galaxy finally understood what that silence meant. In the heart of the Galactic Council, leaders sat frozen as Earth's final message echoed through every system. We were silent, because we were watching. No threats, no anger, just cold, perfect control. Entire fleets had vanished without a single trace. Worlds surrendered before even seeing a human ship, and those who dared to fight, they were never heard from again. On Earth, there were no celebrations, no fireworks, no speeches, only quiet, because humans didn't fight to be praised. They didn't respond to mockery. They just acted when it mattered. In the shadows, in the silence. Now alien empires whispered Earth's name like a curse. Children were warned not to speak too loud in case they heard, and war generals erased Earth from their maps, pretending it didn't exist. But deep down, they all knew the truth. Earth had won, not through armies, not through words, but through patience and precision, and silence so heavy it crushed empires without firing a single warning shot. The galaxy would never be the same. And from now on, whenever the stars went quiet, everyone would wonder, is it them? Are the humans near? And they would listen closely to the terrifying sound of nothing.